This broom and tool holder is super easy to install. I'll walk you through it step by step. Welcome to Tomahawk DIY, everyone. I'm Mike. I'm really excited to be working with Belmain, the makers of this multi-broom and tool holder. If you haven't picked it up already, you can get it on Amazon. I'll include a link in the description. Let's take a closer look. So this tool holder has rubber spring-loaded grips that will securely hold the handles up to 1.5 inches in diameter of your mops, brooms, other tools. You can also use this thing to hold all sorts of different items. It's got 6 hooks in addition to the 5 slots for your mops and handles. And on these hooks you can hang all sorts of things, whether it be rags, sporting equipment, other household tools, the fly swatter, the dusting things. Now this will support up to 35 pounds and it comes with a wonderful 5-year warranty. So if it breaks, reach out to Belmain and they'll take care of you. Now obviously the first thing you need to figure out is where you're going to install this tool holder. I'm going to be installing it today on this basic North American wall. It's got wood studs inside of it, it's drywall. Now they include 3 different kinds of screws with the package to make it easy for you to install in any location. These ones are for masonry or concrete walls, so you might use those if you're installing on a brick wall or maybe a concrete wall in the basement. Perhaps it's something outside. You can install this product both indoors and outdoors. These screws are wood screws. We'll be using some of those, and these are for drywall. It has a plug that I'll show you how to put into the drywall. Really easy, and then the screw goes in after that. So as I get ready to install this, I need to think about the location a little bit and make sure I don't hit anything with the screws that would cause a problem. In this case, I have an electrical outlet right here, so I want to be careful that I don't run into any wires coming out from it. Now if I had a sink, maybe from a bathroom or a toilet or something on the other side, I'd have to use some caution because pipes would be running through the wall. Look around, be cautious, start running into anything that shouldn't be running into. You want to stop your installation, maybe choose a different spot. And they include this great template, this card that's going to make installation really easy. And I'm going to use a little bit of painter's tape, and I'm going to get this positioned about where I want it. I'm going to use a stud finder to check for some studs inside the wall. Ideally we'll get one of these 3 sets of holes into a wooden stud. If you don't have a stud finder, you can pick one up on Amazon. I'll have a link for that. You can also check my other video that shows how to use it. And if you don't want to get a stud finder, I'll show you another trick that you can use to help figure out where the stud might be. Okay, so I've got a stud right there. Looks like if I move this over just a little bit, these 2 will be inside the stud. I gotta be careful thinking about wires, they might run up or down. We're gonna watch out for those. And if you don't have a stud finder, here's the other trick you can do to look for studs. You can knock on the wall, that can give some clues, but that's a little hard to hear. No stud, stud. It sounds a little bit differently. Once you think you know where a stud is, you can take a nail and just tap it in. Now it's hitting wood there, it's hitting something hard. So I've got a stud right there. Over here, there probably isn't a stud. As I hit it in, it starts going in super easy once it gets through the drywall. Now there's not one there either. And that actually makes sense because studs get mounted typically every 16 inches. So if there's one right here, the next one's going to be over about there. Alright, now that I have my basic location, the next thing I need to look at is it level? So another thing you can do instead of a level is take a tape measure and measure out to the top. 54 inches on this side and 54 inches on that side. You might want to make a mark in the center of each of these holes so you know where each screw needs to go into the wall. Now I'm going to take my nail and I'm going to make a little hole right in the middle of each one of these. That'll make it a little easier to line up where we want to install each of these screws. Now first we'll do these 4 with drywall. Get out one of these plugs and a screwdriver. I'll show you how to do it with the drill next. Put it up there and start turning. I'm going to remove this template now just to get it out of the way. If you have a drill, I'll show you 2 different ways. First, we're going to get a drill bit, make sure it's smaller than what we're putting in. Drill right in like that, and now I can use it to push this in. Or without the drill bit, do it kind of like we did with the screwdriver. I really think it's easier to take a screwdriver or a drill bit, make a little more of a hole to get the plug into the drywall. You see how this has thick ridges? That's going to cut into the drywall and help hold the screw in place. Okay, now for these ones over in the wood, you could do it without a drill, but it will make your life a whole lot easier if you have a drill. Recommended bit is a 9/64. If you don't have one of those, just use a 1/8 bit. Now let me show you a trick. If you're not quite sure how far in to drill, take your screw and check the length, and then put a piece of tape, just like that. So now you drill into the tape and you know you're to the depth of the screw. Okay, now we're ready to check the alignment of the holes. I'm going to hold it in front of each hole, get my head in here, take a look, and everything looks to align very nicely. So remember, you've got two different styles of screws for wood or with the drywall plugs. The larger ones are the wood screws. I'm going to start by putting those in first. Now there's two ways you could do this. One is with the drill. So we'll get it lined up with the hole. Go ahead and use the drill to get this in. Now I recommend you don't tighten it down all the way at first. If you don't have a drill, you're back to using your screwdriver. Get it lined up in the hole. And this will take a little bit longer, but you can still do it. Now get your screw out. Now if you listen carefully as you screw this in, you'll actually hear the plug pop. And that's the inside separating out to help better secure it into the wall. Now that I've got all 6 screws in, I like to go back and tighten them all down. Alright, we've got this Belmain multi-broom and tool holder secured nice and sturdy to the wall. We're ready to put it to use. Shovel. Because this has a 5-year warranty, you don't need to worry about it falling apart. There you go. You saw how easy this multi-broom and tool organizer from Belmain was to install. A few easy steps with some basic tools in just a little bit of time. Remember, there's a link down in the video description where you can pick this up from Amazon. That's an affiliate link. There's also links for some of the tools that we used. Please leave any questions you have and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if it worked out for you. Thanks so much. Have a great day.